Today we are doing 2-4 estimate square roots. And what we're going to do is for our first example, it says what two integers the square root is between. So if you look at 92, 92 is not a perfect square, meaning there are not two numbers that are the same that will give us 92 when we multiply them. So it wants us to find out what two perfect squares does 92 land in between. So again, first step, what perfect squares come before and after 92? So we're going to look here. Let's write this. We have something before 92 and something after 92. So what comes before 92? That's a perfect square. So I just start going through, I would start a little higher. So let's start like at 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 6 times 6 is 36, 7 times 7 is 49, 8 times 8 is 64, 9 times 9 is 81, we're getting close, 9 times 9 is 81, 10 times 10 is 100. Oh, so we have one before and one after it. So we know that 81, which is 9 times 9, comes before it, and 100, which was 10 times 10. So our answer would be 81 and 100 are the numbers that come before it, but it wants to know what two integers the square root is between. So it wants the square root, I should write this, the square root of 81 and the square root of 100. So those two numbers would be the 9 and the 10. Let's look at the next one. Square root of, and it's a negative 14. Don't worry about the negative sign. We'll deal with that at the end. So we're going to go what comes before 14 and what comes after 14. So let's do 2 times 2 is 4. 3 times 3 is 9. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, so I have one before and one after 14. So we said that 3 times 3 was our 9, and our 4 times 4 was 16. So it is the square root of that, so you want to take the square root of these. So the square root of 9 is 3, and the square root of 16 is 4. So those are the integers that become before and after the square root of 14. At the end, we got to make sure we go back and put in those negative signs because it was a negative square root of 14. Let's look at example number 2. It says estimate to the nearest hundredth without a calculator. So here it gives us the number 67. And since the square root of 67 is not a perfect square, we will have to estimate approximately what that square root is. So here's how you're going to do it. First, you want to find the perfect squares before and after 67. So we can look, okay, so I know that 8 times 8 is 64, so that comes before it. And 9 times 9 is 81. So again, the two numbers before and after it would be 8 and 9. So that was the first step right here. The second step, which I'm going to do here in green, it says pick the closest number to 67. Okay, well when I look at 64 and 81, which of those numbers is the closest to 67? Well, I would say that the closest number to 67 is 64. So that was 8 times 8. So we're going to look at 8. So 8 is going to be my closest number. Here, 3 I'm going to do in black. It says divide. And what it wants you to do is take 67 and divide it by 8. Okay, so when you take 67 and you divide it by 8, you're going to get 8.3. And we are going to round to one decimal point place. So to the tenths you can consider it. So 8.3. So just taking it to the 1 decimal place. So now it says fourth. Find the average. So in order to find the average, you would take 8, and that was because that was the number we picked, that was the closest, plus 8.3, and divide that by 2. So that's how you find the average. 8.3 plus 8 divided by 2, we end up getting 8.1. And you're just taking that to the first decimal place. Let's go ahead and look at the fifth part here. So it says divide by the average. So we're going to go ahead and take 67, and I'll do this in blue. 67 divided by that average of 8.1. And I'm going to go ahead and get 8.27. Okay, so then my last step is to take the 8.1 average plus the 8.27 average and divide it by 2 to get the average of both of those. So 8.1 plus 8.27 is 16.37 divided by 2. You're going to go ahead and take this to the nearest 2 decimal places, which is 8.19. And this is just an estimate. So again, I know that was a lot, so let me walk you through that one more time. Okay, it says to estimate to the nearest hundredth without a calculator. And so our first step here is we are going to find the number that comes before and after 16.7. So that perfect square. So 64 and 81 are perfect squares that come before and after 67. So their square roots are 8 and 9. So you want to pick the closest number to 67. So that's 64. So 8 times 8 is 64. So we're looking at the 8. You're going to take 67. You're going to divide it by 8. And I got 8.31. You're going to find the average, so you take 8 plus 8.3. So you're taking that number in green plus 8.3, dividing it by 2, you get 8.1. You're going to take your two numbers, your 6.7 and your 8.1 average. You're going to go ahead and divide that, so you get 8.27. And then you, at the end, you take the average of both of those two numbers, the 8.1 and the 8.27, and you end up getting 8.19. So let's do it again with B here. We have the square root of 85. So our first step is we're going to look at 85 and go, what two perfect squares come before 85 and after 85? So that would be 81 comes before, and after 85 would be 10 times 10, which is 100. So we're looking at the 9, because 9 times 9 is 81. And 10, because this 10 times 10 is 100. Which is closer, 81 or 100 to 85? I would say 81 is closer to 85. So I'm going to choose 9. So 9 is the number I'm going to be looking at. And I'm going to take that 9 and I'm going to first divide it by 85. And I get 9.4. Then I'm going to take 9 plus 9.4, and I'm going to find the average of that. I add those together on top. I get 18.4. I divide it by 2. I get 9.2. So then I'm going to take 85 and I'm going to divide that by my average that I found, which is 9.2, and I get 9.23. So then I can take the 9.23 plus the 9.2, and I'll find the average of those, and I get 9.21. So again, if you want to hear it one more time, you find the two perfect squares that were the closest to 85, that's 81 and 100. 81 is the closest to 85, and that's 9 times 9, so I have 9. I'm going to use that 9 and divide it by 85, so 85 divided by 9 is 9.4. So I'm going to find the average of 9 and 9.4, and I get 9.2. I'm going to divide 85 divided by 9.4 to get 9.23, and then you're going to take the 9.2 and the 9.3, and you're going to find the average of those to get your final answer of 9.21.